Thank you very much for staying with us on the program this morning on ITV, on the ITV network. Benin Network Center here, we'll be looking at the debt profile of the Nigerian state. We know that Nigeria has been plagued with a whole lot of debt, from 86 trillion naira when the late former president Muhammadu Buhari was leaving office. As it stands today, it has hit more than 125 trillion naira. But as if that is not enough, the federal government, under the administration of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, not later Muhammadu Buhari now, has written to the National Assembly, the Senate, for the approval of $21.5 billion as a loan. They want to go and borrow again. So the question will always be, what is the borrowing for? What are we doing with the borrowing? So in the course of the program, we'll be joined by an economist who will be joining us via Zoom to look at it from the economist side. But here in the studio, live with me, I have Barrister Emmanuel Obakpolo. Barrister Emmanuel Obakpolo is a legal practitioner and a public affairs analyst. Joining me, let's look at it from also the legal angle and the public affairs analyst side, if the government are on track and the borrowing. Barrister, good morning and good to have you on the program.
Good morning, Osifo. Good morning, Nigerians.
Okay, you heard the little breakdown I did the intro with. The debt profile has been rising over time, but as if that is not enough, we'll continue still going for borrowing. The new administration, not new anymore, more than 2 years, came with the mantra of, when they remove subsidy, we're going to save a whole lot of money. Subsidy has been removed for the past 2 years. The money we're saving, we're not saying what they are doing with it. Instead, we're still going borrowing. Are we not mortgaging the future of Nigeria and Nigerians and the generations yet unborn? You know, young ones like us that are the youth were scared for our children. Definitely might not be us, but our children. Let's look at the borrowing spree. Is this not a danger to the Nigerian state?
It's unfortunate that we find ourselves in this kind of situation. To my mind, it goes to tell that the president and the All Progressive Congress from 29th May 2015 to date have no roadmap on how to govern and probably take Nigeria to near El Dorado.
Okay.
As at when Muhammadu Buhari was leaving, former President Muhammadu Buhari was leaving office, the debt rose to 86 billion. And between 29th May 2023 and last week, the debt rose to 144.7 billion. And as at today, with this 21 billion they are going for, it is going to rise to 188 billion. Arithmetically, when you do the subtraction, you discover that for these 2 years of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu's regime, the debt rate has risen 60% more than our foreign reserve. 60% more than the foreign reserve. What does that go to tell? Economically, does it have impacts? Positively or negatively, if you care. What is the economic strategy of the president, who told us on the 29th day of May 2023, with the wave of the pan subsidy gone, and that he has hit the ground running? Is the ground running towards indebtedness? Now, they cajoled every one of us. At the middle of 2024, we were made to understand that this country, under this rulership, makes nothing less than 1 trillion naira, and that money is shared amongst the federal government and the state governments. We did ask, where is the money going to? Today, they kept borrowing, plunge Nigeria. Everything in Nigeria now is nosediving. They plunged Nigeria into so much indebtedness, to the extent that Nigerians, the future, the children unborn, 50 years to come, Nigeria will be indebted. But mind you, when Nigeria got into this fourth republic on the 29th day of May 1999,
that's
we
26
saw
years ago.
a former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, and his team, as led by Dr. Mrs. Okonjo-Iweala,
now heading
who went for debt
WTO
forgiveness or debt pardon for Nigeria. And the debt, a chunk part of the debt, we are pardoned. And Nigeria was free from debt slavery. But today we have people who told us in 2014 that they are magicians. They came up with a gang called the Save Nigerian Group in 2012. And they paraded the Nigeria to make Nigerians to understand that the then President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was taking Nigeria to near hell. But today, are we near hell or we are in hell?
Well, we can't really decipher whether.
No, we are in hell.
No, we
are. And I want to tell you the reason why we are in hell.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
When you see that, the reasons.
When the wife of Orji Uzor Kalu died in the United States of America, he buried his wife there. Do you know the reason?
No.
So that she can easily get to heaven.
Oh, you think they are closer to heaven?
If she's brought here, she will go to hell.
Okay, that's on a lighter note, Barrister Akpolo. Now, let's look at another one. It seemed like the National Assembly, the Senate precisely, the upper legislative chamber, whatever comes to them, they don't ask questions. They don't think twice. The next thing is, the proposer is her, assent, like approval, immediately. Aren't the National Assembly the lawmaking body of the country? The Senate, we were told, is the upper legislative chamber. Aren't they supposed to peruse, take a look, ask questions, ask the executive questions? We were taught in basic government that the three arms of government are independent on their own. They're supposed to be checking and balances the excesses of the other. But it seems like that is not what we are seeing under the leadership of the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio. A lot of persons have said the Senate has been bought, that the Senate are rubber stamp. From your own legal perspective, do you think the Senate are dancing to the tune of the executive, or the Senate are doing their job as the legislative body of the country?
Sometime in 2024, the now president of the Nigerian Senate, Mr. Godswill Akpabio, did tell us that anything that comes from the presidency will be approved. They didn't hide this from us.
Even if the presidency said they want to sell the Nigerian state,
it will be approved.
Okay.
Now, when you look at the extant constitution, section 4, 5, and 6 provides for the principles of separation of powers. And this man flagrantly violates the provisions of the constitution. You know why? For self-aggrandizement. They are just there for themselves. Do you know what they say they want to use the $21.5 billion dollars to do? Do you know what they say they want to use? They say it's for one, the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway.
But they've made a borrowing for that earlier.
Just to tell you that these men know what they are doing.
Okay.
Two, they say for telecoms.
For the same telecoms that are stripping us naked?
Yes. Three, infrastructure. So what is Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway? What is infrastructure?
No, maybe infrastructure has a breakdown. You can continue.
You just know that this is my thinking.
Okay.
These men are already preparing for 2027.
Which we already see. It's already in the public
domain. They want to amass so much wealth. Then impoverish Nigerians, the Machiavellian style of rulership. Then somebody said, it was credited to him, one of the ministers. It was credited to him that some part of Nigerians will beg for 2,000 naira to vote for Ahmed Bola Tinubu. And these men are working.
Is that where we are going right now?
And they are working towards that direction.
2,000 naira.
So when you tell me,
cannot even give you 1 square meal a day.
So much monies have been borrowed on
ahead of
Lagos
2027
Calabar Coastal Highway. So much that nobody can give account of. They tell us insecurity, how they spend money for insecurity. spend money to combat insecurity, yet we are not seeing any result. Now, they say telecoms. See the way what we are going through. They tell us infrastructure. Where are they taking all this money? Why are they interested in so much borrowing? Then the subsidy gone claim.
Yeah.
And the money accrued from the subsidy, the 1 trillion naira. Where is the money? What are they doing with it? A few 2 days ago, I saw somewhere that the president is saying that the governors are not using the money.
Utilizing the money they are getting from.
Why is the president now blaming the governors? Who is the one who is releasing the money to the governors? Is it constitutional that the other money must be released to the governors?
But he has the constitutional powers to release the money, but he doesn't have the power to monitor them because the states, they are independent on their own. They were also elected just the same way the president was elected.
Look, all those are stories that they just tell me and you to either convince or confuse us.
Okay.
But
we refuse to be confused.
Yes, but looking at the way we are going,
yeah, Nigeria
is headed towards destruction.
Okay, we can't really say that for reasons that is not, there's no fact. You are a lawyer, you know in law, you come with facts. You don't just come with a claim.
What facts are you talking about, Osifo? Okay. Is the fact, are you not feeling the heat?
Well, everybody is feeling the heat of the economy.
And you need more facts with this state of borrowing. See the borrowing spree.
Okay.
And they kept telling us that things are working, that what they are doing is for the future, it's not today. Can you borrow for the future? Can you impoverish? See, these men are just bent on impoverishing the future.
Okay.
So that they can continue in power. They are bent on remaining in power. And that's why you see they try to fight every form of opposition.
Yeah.
They want opposition dead. And when some of us raise alarm, Nigeria is getting towards unicameral system of government, they tell you no. Then they will now use some language. Then you see already the ethnic side of it is there.
The religious side of it is there.
Yeah. Those who are benefiting will come to this platform and tell you that the president has done extremely well. The word extreme. So you begin to imagine whether indeed this president and this regime know what they are doing. Because
but if they don't, the people wouldn't vote them in.
I just told you in my introduction that the indebtedness now that Nigeria finds herself is 60% higher than the foreign reserve. 60%.
Okay.
So how do you solve that?
Let's begin to wrap up this conversation. Let's talk at how do we come out from this quagmire? How do we liberate ourselves or liberate the Nigerian state from the incessant borrowing? You've said a whole lot about the system. Now, as a legal practitioner, let me see you now as the special advisor to the president on political matters. What would be your advice to the presidency, to the federal government, with this spate of incessant borrowing, as we begin to call it a wrap on this conversation?
So many experts have given advice and admonitions.
Okay.
But they vehemently refuse to take to them.
You think they vehemently or the advice are not in line with what it should be? One thing is to give an advice,
sound
another
advice.
Is to give sound advice.
Sound advice.
Okay, so you give your advice.
Now, one, they should cut down governance.
When you say cut down governance,
you say the president keeps appointing.
But he needs it. The Constitution provides for it. Extant laws of the Constitution.
The Constitution does not say you should go on appointment spree.
Okay.
The Constitution does not make that provision.
Okay.
The Constitution
so there's an
talks
exception
about
to that.
Federal character. But here we are. Even the federal character, that principle has been violated. Now,
but it didn't start today.
Appointment keeps appointing. We were just told that the son of a former head of state,
Ibrahim
Babangida's son, has been appointed.
Yeah.
So you see all of this.
But maybe it's on merit.
I don't know what you mean by merit.
Merit.
Where we have in this regime, it's a government of settlement.
You think so?
Yes, settle the boys. And that is what they are doing. And that's why they kept borrowing. Can't you see the speed at which the Senate approves every borrowing?
Like immediately comes, they just give it a nod.
I don't even know whether they sit to deliberate on it. I cannot tell about that.
Okay.
And that is a cause for worry. Nigerians should be worried that we have a National Assembly that don't care about the people.
Okay.
All they care about is what comes to them.
Yeah.
But they should forget that no person will find solution to the problem of Nigeria
But Nigerians.
other than Nigerians.
All right. Barrister Emmanuel Obakbolo, a legal practitioner, public affairs analyst, thank you for your thoughts on this conversation this morning. Nobody will find solution to the problem of Nigeria other than Nigerians.